Hey, so we're here with a very important man to this story. The man himself, Jimi Stanton. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. It's been an awesome night so far. We haven't even watched the movie yet, so I'm excited.
That's what's up. So, well, actually, let's get the hard ones, or I guess the more serious ones out the way first, right? So, playing in such a charged role, right? Especially in the times that we've been through in recent years. What kind of things have you done to prepare yourself to step into such a role to make sure you portray it in a proper way?
That's an awesome question. First and foremost, police officers, soldiers, firefighters, these types of roles that it comes with a lot of, shall we say, authenticity, right? If you talk to a veteran or if you talk to a police officer and they watch whatever a movie that relates to their profession, they're going to spot a phony right away. So it's really important as far as, training, weapons training, how you kind of walk and present yourself in the uniform, etc. So that stuff matters as far as authenticity goes. But the political climate was something that was really, it's a hot button issue, right? And it's a very, very important issue, especially in America, that we really want to, it's a movement. I mean, I think people are trying their best to stand up and say, just because you wear a badge and a uniform doesn't mean you're above the law. So I really wanted to play with that. He's a police officer and he takes a lot of pride in that. And he's a young cop. He's a rookie. He's eager. He wants to do good. He wants to make a name for himself. But also, there is a lot of empathy with this character. And I think as you watch the movie, without giving anything away, you understand that his empathy goes deeper than you might imagine. So it's really tricky as far as the story that we're telling. You really want to humanize them, but you have to understand that there's some aspects of this that feel very inhumane. So it's all about kind of balancing that and finding the moments where I can be loving or be caring, and you don't really see this kind of code red police officer. You see the human behind the badge.
Yeah. Well, that being said, it seems like you had to take extensive steps to step into the role to play it the right way because you're portraying such a charged moment. So was there anything from this role in particular that you think you'll be able to take away to bring forward into any other roles that you have in the future?
Very cool question. Yeah, I think the vulnerability. It's interesting because he's such a stoic character. I think there's a lot about this character that he holds in and internalizes and tries to deal with himself. But as you'll see through the circumstances of this movie, it's too much and he's about to burst. So he has to open up and seek help, however much that hurts, however embarrassed he might be for that. There's a vulnerability that comes with reaching out to people that you might love or care about, or maybe not necessarily love and care about, but that they could help you in some way, shape, or form. So that vulnerability, that openness to say, hey, I need help. And I think, a lot of in this day and age, it's the exploration of toxic masculinity, things like that. I think that vulnerability of reaching out and having to say, I'm desperate, I need help, was something that I really brought, especially such a stoic, strong character like a police officer, right? So to play that juxtaposition was really cool.
Yeah. And that being said, to end on a lighter note, was there any behind-the-scene moments that you could clue us in on that may have been something that would stick with you forever, like a funny moment between the cast members or anything like that?
The only thing that just popped into my head was, I don't know if you've ever been down to Tyler Perry Studios. It's an amusement park. I mean, this is a few steps away from some form of Disneyland. Right? It's unbelievable when you walk in. It's a spectacle in itself, and the sets that they have there are so authentic and so larger than life. Just like we were having lunch one day in our trailers, and we decided to take a little bit of a walk, and they're fully built, is a giant White House. So we just kind of on the front lawn, walking around, peeking into the Oval Office. So just to get to be a part of that kind of Tyler Perry experience was an absolute highlight for sure. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jimmy, for taking the time with the movie blog. I'm Lord.
Thank you. Take care. Enjoy the movie.
Thank you.